Continuing our election coverage, taking a look at one of the biggest races that we are tracking tonight, the race for Spokane mayor. Incumbent Nadine Woodward is looking to keep her place as the city's leader against Lisa Brown. Lisa Brown, the former commerce director, is challenging her and had some good momentum coming out of the primaries. Right now, Brown is leading Woodward by a margin of 52% to 48%. With no new results today, it is still unclear who Spokane's next mayor will be. Lisa Brown has an early lead in the first round of election results. However, Nadine Woodward also claims she was still hopeful for a victory during last night's watch party.
Last night, two candidates claimed they hoped they would be the next mayor of Spokane, but there can only be one. Today, I spoke to an American politics expert about the factors that can influence a candidate's confidence in winning an election. Election night results show Lisa Brown leads Spokane's mayoral race by less than 2,000 votes. Last night, she thanked the voters who gave her an early lead.
It looks very good that many of you have trusted me to be the next mayor of Spokane.
At the same time, Mayor Nadine Woodward was optimistic about her future as the leader of Spokane.
I believe we're going to make up those ballots, and I will be your next mayor.
WSU political science professor Dr. Cornell Clayton says the mayor's claims are still valid even though she's behind in numbers.
There are lots of votes that could determine the outcome and change the outcome as it appears on election night, still out to be counted.
He says there are some factors that could lead to a potential influx of votes in Woodward's favor.
Democratic-leaning voters tend to cluster in urban areas where there's more drop boxes, and drop boxes are used more frequently by them, whereas more rural voters who tend to skew Republican and conservative, more often they mail their ballots to the regular post.
Dr. Clayton also says voter trends show Democratic identifying voters are more likely to vote early and in off-year election compared to Republican identifying voters.
There are several factors that may come into play here.
Over the last 50 years, only one Spokane mayor has been re-elected and served 2 terms in Spokane. Dr. Clayton says being the incumbent might not have as much influence as it would on a congressional level.
There's always a mood, especially when there's economic concern, in the electorate to vote against the party that's in power, to vote against the incumbents.
Time will eventually tell if history repeats itself or if Spokane will have another 2-term mayor. These current numbers will hold until Spokane County elections is able to resume counting votes. Mail-in and ballots dropped off at ballot boxes after 8 p.m. last night have still yet to be processed. Voter turnout in the city of Spokane was 40% just before polls closed last night. In the studio, Janelle Finch, KREP 2 News.